And we are live.
Hello.
It always feels so weird when I turn the chat. I open up the chat again and nobody's talking.
We were talking.
Count us in or something, man.
I turned my camera on.
I think that's just I think it's safe to assume that Zoro's the one that talks a lot.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know if she talks a lot.
Wow.
She just talks the loudest.
Okay, we can give her that one.
She leads the conversations.
Wow.
We can't argue with that.
Fucking gut punch
God
right
damn.
off the bat.
We love you, Zoro, but you probably are the loudest.
Zoro's not
truly.
here all of a sudden. It's like, damn, get wrecked.
I can only say that about her because she herself has said that about her many times.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that, like, during the 7-day streams that I did recently with you guys, I had to turn everybody down probably like 30%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
pretty far.
It's like,
Oh wow.
Gilly, Tilt,
Yeah.
and Zoro were peaking the mic into red.
I'm
God
sorry.
damn.
I'm
At
like,
base 100?
I have-
No, Gilly was at 73 when we started.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I
have the Zoro problem. I'm loud naturally.
so am I. So am I. That's why it's a problem when I stream late at night, because I get loud.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
people are like, you're fucking waking us up.
My
I
husband
don't
comes in
think
here all the time and goes, "Quit yelling! I'm not yelling."
It's like,
yeah,
you're yelling.
I've pre-tuned my mixer to like not peak on inbound, so that's probably why I don't blow your eardrums out.
Oh yeah, it's same here. I've set my mixer up to where the microphone will be
I got
perfectly fine.
most you set to like 130 or more. I just can't hear.
Gilly's deaf. Got it.
Noted.
That's
Noted.
my problem. Yet I can hear a baby cry from across the house.
That's just mom. That's just mom
that's
instincts.
just instinct.
Yeah, that's mom instincts.
That's just instinct. That's your reptile brain working.
Yep. It works against you when other things sound like baby cries that are not baby cries. Oh, you had the faucet running? Sound like baby was crying.
But yes,
Don't ask.
Zoro is not here today. They got some stuff they got to take care of, so we are down a
There
player,
she-
but we are still going to be playing, as I'm trying to keep to the 4-player minimum rule, unless it's like an extremely important situation where you all need the full group in order to not die. But everybody died last game, so that's not going to happen again, right?
No,
Right.
sir. I did not die. I made my death saves barely.
Yeah. Out of the
Fuck my
group,
dice.
out of the group of 6 people, only 2 of you made your death saves. Actually, no. Out of the group of 6 people, only 1 of you made your death saves because Fox didn't have to make a death save.
I knew it. Fox was the killer.
Oh,
I was
Not
proud of
supposed
my
to-
death.
Not supposed to reveal that yet.
Or was I?
I knew this was a betrayal game. I felt it in my bones.
Bum, bum, bum.
Usually,
Yeah, you can tell people
usually
what
I
I
re-
rolled.
Usually I reserve that for the Halloween games.
Or the Saturday crew.
Mhm, yeah, that's fair too.
But yeah, so like I said, last time we were together, everybody died. But beforehand,
Yeah, thanks for that.
beforehand, you all encountered a rather strange, enormous basilisk who apparently can talk and is an avid artist and sculptor and
Artist.
and they're
art
sought
dealer.
out all throughout the continent for their works of art, to where they are
artist.
sent models to convert into glorious statues.
I just realized that
Yeah.
that basilisk is essentially the equivalent of an AI, like prompt person.
Fucking Christ, you're right.
I
You're
should
not
have
wrong.
killed him.
Should have killed him.
Yeah. He can't
Here we are.
make anything. I was fighting for killing him. Number
Hey
one.
guys, we can turn around and go back.
Yeah, we can't.
It's like you're gonna
I-
go
I-
back
I-
and you're gonna like see his statues and they've got like 6 thumbs or some shit.
Like I was
Yeah.
very confused about the talking
Is he not
basilisk.
AI?
Yeah, I think it hurt all of our brains. IRL brains. We didn't know what to do.
It
like-
was a great encounter though,
It was.
because it had us
Yeah.
all stumped for so long.
Why the
It
fuck
was
is the
like-
basilisk talking?
Yeah, it's supposed to try and eat us and turn us to stone. I
They're
don't
supposed to
understand.
have they're supposed to have an intelligence of 2. What the fuck?
Well, hang on. Let's he might still. Let's not get twisted.
Just because he's talking doesn't mean he's intelligent.
I think like rules as written, you have to have at least an intelligence of 6 to
5.
be able to comprehend like any spoken language.
Is it 6? I thought it was 5.
5 or 6, something like that. Yeah. Like it's like that's like the baseline cutoff. And if you're below that, you can't speak languages. You make noises. But afterwards,
I wanna live on his-
No, Zoro. It was Groods who was talking shit about you. I will definitely
context wise, Zoro, it was because I said it always worries me when I start a stream and nobody's talking, and they said that's because you're not here. That's the context.
I'm gonna level with you. Yeah, there wasn't much that wasn't clipped in that.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you, Zoro. I don't like silence. But after having your little encounter with the strange basilisk, you crossed the stone bridge that it had made to let its younglings pretty much fly the nest, to say. And you made your way across the river near the foot of the, I want to get the name right here, the Lutu mountain range. Afterwards, you set out a little bit, but decided to make some camp after you put some distance between yourself and the river. And that's when catastrophe struck. You don't remember when it happened or how it happened, but you all were ambushed that night. All but 2 of you were dead. The other 2 were on the brink of death. But due to a little bit of assistance from the god of pants, Apocrypha, using the card that Groods had, or I should say Karsha had, to where would call upon a god's assistance if they were to die. Everyone who was dead was resurrected. As this was true resurrection, and this is the first time that you died, you don't take any negatives from it.
That's
You're welcome.
reassuring.
Afterwards, Asha touched a teddy bear that had been left for Sylvia. And as she touched it, she got images and flashes of what had happened that night and who had attacked you. And as soon as those flashes were over, the teddy bear fell to pieces. Asha decided it was time to nuke said pieces and hit it with a guiding bolt. And that's where we left off. As you are now start of a new day, covered in your own blood, brains full of confusion, or in some of your cases, dread. And a question lingers as to what exactly is your next plan?
Can I make some sort of survival or insight check or something to see if maybe like they use some sort of knockout gas or something? Like, is there some sort of physical remnants of something that potentially could have caused us being knocked out in the area immediate vicinity?
Since you're thinking of something of like a chemical or like a gas or something, go ahead and give me, I'm going to say a straight up intelligence roll.
me see how brainy my brain is. One thing I forgot to open was my character sheet. And my brainy is not very brainy. Let's see if my dice like me today. Answer is probably not. 12. Well, 13, because I have a +1. So probably not.
Even with the 12, seeing as how you were raised at the monastery, you had been trained in attempting to resist knockout gases or some sort of toxin that would interfere with your breathing. And the one thing that you always remembered was the lingering odor afterwards. There's no odor out here. There's no odor on your clothes or any of your belongings. So whatever tactic they employed to get the drop on you and to pretty much hit all of you where you were, while you could only assume you were sleeping, it wasn't a gas.
Tokumi is going to uncomfortably get close to everyone in the party and sniff them.
As you go by one, there's no like lingering smell of any like gases or toxins or anything like that.
And she's gonna go, well, they didn't use any chemicals, at least none that I can detect.
So you are a bloodhound now?
Oh, blood hunters. Oh God, no.
Bloodhound. A dog.
Oh no. Why would you think I was a dog? I'm not part Knoll. I mean, I have relatives who are Knolls. Well, they're distant relatives. I'm not quite sure. The story gets kind of muddy. But somewhere a few, generations back, there's some close relations with Knolls. I don't know if there was any crossbreeding, but yeah. But I'm not part of it, no. What do I do? I have a cousin that likes to bite a lot. We worry about him sometimes.
I need clean clothes and a shower.
You're
I
muted,
was just
Gilly.
thinking about looking for a stream or something to wash up in myself.
I don't think we're too far from the river. We should be able to backtrack just a bit.
Don't we have that stuff in the mansion?
As far as I know, we just have the rooms in the common area. If you're talking about with the doorknobs.
It'd be nice if we had a bath in there.
Yeah, maybe we can take it up with the raccoon the next time we see them. I'm
sure they take orders.
Yeah. General contractor's licenses in the astral plane are probably really easy to get, if a fucking raccoon can get one. This is a shit morning.
Can anyone do some sort of magic detection to see if maybe what they did was magical? Because if they're just gonna keep doing this, I mean, I don't know how we stop them.
This
so let's
wasn't even bounty hunters do a job. I mean, Max knows you do your job and you go home.
Yeah.
They left something behind that they cursed for us, that they knew that we were going to grab afterwards. They knew we weren't either going to come back or we weren't all the way dead. They're fucking with us.
Well, it is either a very competent courier or a somewhat incompetent bounty hunter. Or we got extremely lucky.
Or they're toying with us.
I'm willing to believe they're toying with us because they removed my necklace. This was out of range. And she points towards the black orb on her chest.
Who the hell would know about that thing?
That's my question. Because
People
once
that
they
have
start,
been watching us for a while.
but they wouldn't have known after they started tracking us.
Yeah, because the
I
last
acquired this beforehand.
the last thing the chorus ate was what, the manticore?
The thingy in the fighting pit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and only you can hear it, right? I mean, I haven't heard it, but I know you can talk to it, right? Or
Yeah, I can
them.
talk to it. I talk to them. They make
So-
themselves known every night.
Is it possible that they identified it somehow when we were all asleep?
I mean,
if I don't know a lot
Possible.
about magic, but if they have the actual spell for it, I know there's a way to do it. I have family that can. I've seen them do it.
usually you have to be in contact with an item, though, when you cast that magic.
Well, if they knocked us out and you were unconscious, they were
I don't-
in contact.
It may have not even been a matter of them actually identifying what it was. If they just determined that it was magic, and they just threw it away from us.
None of my other magical items are gone. Nothing else was taken. Just the chorus. Either way, maybe we should start moving towards this river and get cleaned up. I'm tired of sipping
Sylvia.
my own blood.
Sylvia, can I
Yes.
get a wisdom saving throw from you, please?
You can. Oh, you most certainly can. 24.
Nice.
It's wisdom or strength. I can do it. If it's anything else, I can't do it.
Not unless you dice are playing nice.
Well, even if they're playing nice, chances are.
That bad.
For just a split second, Sylvia, you hear what sounds like a cracking of a pane of glass, almost fleeting on the wind.
Does it sound like it's coming from a specific direction, or that it was just like all around?
Near you, close by.
So in the midst of our conversation here, she'll probably like quickly swivel her head around and look for the source of this strange noise that she just heard.
Do the owl thing.
Do the owl thing.
Yeah, you just see like Sylvia's head just snap a full 180.
That's not disturbing.
Not at all.
So try as you might, as you look around, you don't really see anything that stands out to you that would have been able to possibly make that sound. There's no cracked or broken glass anywhere.
Did anyone else just hear that?
Yeah,
Hear
what?
It sounded like, I don't know, like a window breaking or something.
No.
No, but let's see if anything pops up. And I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. You cast detect
Okay.
magic. Though the only
Anything
thing
that I'm not expecting.
yeah, like only the usual, like only the known usual things stand out to you. There's nothing alien or third party around you that stands out as magical.
Well, I don't. It lasts up to 10 minutes, so I'll keep it on and kind of move about the camp, go to like the edges of each camp of the camp
You
sites.
you do a survey around the camp and nothing really stands out.
I don't sense any magical energies around here. I didn't hear it myself, but I believe you if you said you did.
It's possible I'm just hearing things. I didn't sleep very well last night, obviously. It's been a long night and a long morning. Maybe it was nothing.
Do not sell yourself short. Believe in your abilities. If you say you heard something, I trust you.
I'll try and stay a little more alert. Maybe I'll hear it again.
I think in the meantime, we should probably get moving, because if something is out there watching us, being here like sitting ducks is not going to help us.
Yeah, I think I definitely need to go wash up. There's a lot of cuts all over me, and it still really hurts.
Great. And yeah, he's just gonna start packing up his camp stuff.
Okay. And you pack up the camp and you get the cart loaded, and it takes you about like half hour, 45 minutes to get back to the river, to get cleaned up and everything, and then head back out on the way.
Sylvia, if you do hear the noise, let me know. I do have a spell that may or may not work. It doesn't require me to see the target, just requires that they can see me. There's a chance that I can get them to reveal themselves.
Okay.
Doesn't have a long range though, so
I'll keep an ear out. Are we still sticking to the plan? Did last night's events change that at all?
I don't see anything we can do to not push forward in the same direction. Although there could be some magics around, or maybe the smith could help us with something that could help us in our predicament. In the meantime, I think the best course of action is to make sure we're using our doors at night, since we know we're the only ones that can enter those doors.
What about the horses? They can't.
They're mechanical anyway. Something happens to them, something happens to them. We can try to rebuild them, or we'll continue on foot. Honestly, I value our lives over that of the mechanical horses. Unfortunately. Like, the horses are mechanical, right?
Yeah, the horses are like part flesh, part mechanical. They're not fully. They're no longer fully natural horses.
They're partly metal, partly real.
Yep.
That's disturbing.
Silver hawks.
Oh,
Max just kind of leans forward in the driver's seat of the cart and just like, "Do not listen to the mean lady. You are good horses. They still have ears."
We can fix that. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn.
The inside thought came out.
Apparently, fuck.
Would it be okay if I tried to get just a short rest or something in the back of the cart while we go? I am not doing so good.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
well, I mean, if you want to take a nap while we're getting to the next site, I mean, we'll wake you up when we get there.
Unfortunately, every non-magical means I have to help you has been used. At least eat something good before you take a nap.
I have some chocolate bacon left. That's good, right?
How
That's
long
good.
ago did we buy that bacon?
It's been a few days. It's probably fine.
It's fine.
Well, you can eat one of these, and she hands you like this. You saw her cooking it in the morning after everyone did their cleanup or scrounging around. It's like after you take your nap, eat this. It'll make you feel a bit better.
What is it?
Or were you attempting to cook?
I did. Unless I have to, I did the chef short rest thing that's part of my feat. Where
And what-
basically it's let me post it. Hold on. If I have to roll for it, I will. But it's not extra. It's just part of my feat.
Yeah, go ahead and bring
Like
it up.
if
I just
yeah, I
want to
posted
see what it is. Where'd you post
Yeah.
it?
I posted it in the game chat.
Oh, in Discord.
Yeah.
No, it's in.
No, it's in.
Oh, I didn't hear the beep.
Yeah, as part of a short rest, when I cook special food, provided you have ingredients, you cook utensils in hand, you prepare enough of the food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus my proficiency bonus at the end of the short rest. Any creature who eats the food and spends one or more of their dice to regain hit points regains an extra D8 hit points as well. If you want a base roll for that ability, I'll
Nope,
do it.
I'm
not-
checking something. Okay. Thankfully enough, they did not take your cooking supplies.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh God, this is like.
Oh, I see Tokumi murder someone? Because we're going to see Tokumi murder someone.
It's like, do I notice if they took anything from from me?
Your cooking supplies are there.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out when I go to use something else.
Now I'm a little scared to say, while we're going down the road, can I pour myself a cup of tea from my specialty kettle?
The specialty kettle's still there.
So I'll have my tea of the day.
Tea of the day. Can you give me... Where did I write this down at? Can you give me a D6 roll?
3.
3. Lucky number
You're
3.
dead again.
You're dead again.
Knowing my dice, yeah, that's how it would work.
Okay, so 3. Today's tea is a splendid, like a nice little chai.
Ooh.
And with this tea in your system, you may roll an additional hit die when you do short rests without having to expend an additional hit die.
Good. That's good. Cool.
So you feel a little bit more energized.
That's good. Probably will need that. And then otherwise, Ostrich's just gonna keep an eye out while we travel. Keep an eye on the horizon, keep an eye on any place that I feel like these beings might pop up. Since we didn't get a long rest, I can't do Pass Without Trace again, so.
It's not like it helped.
For short resting, are we allowed to just do inactivity for short rest? Like if we're just sitting in the back of the cart for an hour, would that count?
Depends on the activity.
Sitting in the back of the cart while it's moseying along.
Oh yeah, that you're not doing anything strenuous. Yes, it would count as a short rest.
Cool. Then I hand a little snacks to everyone and that I made before we head out, and I'm gonna start meditating as we're traveling to our next destination point. Hopefully it'll be longer than an hour.
Well, that all depends on how well Spiffy rolls.
Let's tank it.
Spiffy, spiffy, spiffy.
No pressure. But don't screw this up.
11.
Oh!
11.
We've had worse. We've had worse.
It's not bad.
know.
It's not bad. Middle of the road. Can you roll me percentiles, please?
These are the
Fuck
ones
me
that
running.
matter.
Sure. 89.
Okay. So for the first half of your trip, thankfully, nothing happens. Nothing too worrying. As you guys are on the map screen, correct?
Yep.
Yerp.
Okay.
Yep. Our pointer is just on the other side of the lake.
So making your way up for the first half of your journey.
Making your way.
Making your way.
Thank you. We're all thinking it.
One question, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping along the mountain? Like, are you like riding along the mountain range, or are you trying to distance yourself out from it to get like more of a straight line to the location?
I would say, yeah, we're not going. I'm trying to think here. I'd kind of be like riding along the foothills, like, so not actually on the mountain, but like, you know, not on like a completely flat ground either.
Okay. So you get about, I'm gonna say here then. Not technically in the mountains, but still nearby.
Cool.
And as you're riding along, there are two things that you notice. First off, in a little bit in the distance, probably a good 150 feet away, in the mountain, like in like the base of the mountain range itself, you do see a cave entrance. Along with that, you see a strange creature, probably about 45 feet from the cart at the moment. Bent over, currently feasting on its afternoon meal. Looks like it caught like a large plain animal, like a gazelle. This creature looks a little strange, almost griffin-like, though it's missing its wings.
Wait. Okay. So then it's a lion.
Oh no, it's not a lion.
Oh, it literally
Oh.
a griffin with no wings.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put this on the map so you can see. You can see it.
Can I get that thing big?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm ignoring that.
It's cute. Can we keep it?
I'm
So
ignoring
you-
it, and I'm
you
not
know-
even bothering to bring
it-
it up to the rest of the group.
Anyone who's awake is seeing this thing. It's a decent sized creature, though. You see that instead of its wingspan and stuff that you would expect on a griffin, its back is covered in like these jagged looking spikes.
Hey Sylvia, I think
It's
we
a
found your
stego
relative.
griffin.
That ain't natural.
It's a bird.
griffin ain't
I'm a
right.
bird. We can talk to each other, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Just keeping on,
It's
keeping
like,
on.
we both speak avian. It'll be okay.
From Monster's point of view, it's just life happening, so
Yep.
she has no problem with Birdie over here. Player though goes, "Is it cute? Can we keep it?"
Life just finds a way.
Yeah,
Finds a
as the
way.
player, I want to interact with it as well, but Sylvia's asleep right now, so
I would like to
As
feed it
neither
and
the
bring it home
player
with
or
me.
the character, nope. I
So,
don't want anything to do with
As
this
you're
thing.
continuing along the way, after a while, you kind of hear like these very heavy foot pads following behind you.
Is it following
Don't
us?
Puppy!
As
We
it's
get to keep it?
it's not, it's kind of like running after the cart, but not like in an aggressive predator motion. Kind of just, you see a bit of like a look of curiosity in its eyes.
It wants to be friends.
Only I had meat. I would throw meat off the back of the cart for it.
Wave.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, he shouldn't be hungry. Hopefully.
Mm,
Uh,
it's a wild animal. They eat. Has food, I eat.
Pretty much. And birds are known to stuff themselves beyond the size of their gullet.
hey, Rojan.
Hmm.
Do I need to be holding the thing that had the recording of Karsha's fight on it for it to actually play?
You're a dick.
Technically, yes, because in order to activate that stone, you have to hold it.
Damn it. Okay.
Now that's just a matter of technically pressing the play button. After you press the play button, you can get rid of it. Like you can throw it or whatever. It just requires a touch to activate.
Are you gonna chuck a decoy?
I'm thinking I'm gonna chuck a decoy. But also, this
Can
thing
I
is really
intervene
funny.
on this? I'm joking. Can't. I don't know your intentions.
I could do that. That would be pretty good. So it's not charging us, it's just like
It's
walking after us.
it's got like its head tilted as it's running and like kind of just like eyeing the cart up, very confused, very curious as to what you may be.
I want to wake Sylvia up.
It's like a large emu.
I'm just gonna keep traveling as we are. I'm not gonna increase our pace or anything like that.
Okay.
Because I know, like Max would know from hunting a lot of things at this point that, like, you know, if he tries to just outrun the thing, it's just that might just piss it off or something.
A little bit later, as you're continuing driving, Max, it catches up along to the side of the back of the cart and kind of looks in and just stares at everybody.
I think
So
at
its
that
head,
point,
its head is in the cart.
No, it's just looking at it because it's not a covered cart.
this
I
It's
know.
point,
like
this-
running around the side, just like looking at everybody. It's not like looking into the cart. It's just looking at everybody's. It's running along next to it.
making prolonged eye contact.
Yeah.
At this point, I will wake Sylvia up just in case something does decide it wants to attack us, and I don't want her to be caught off guard sleeping.
Sylvia, do you speak bird?
That's not why I woke you, but just in case something happens, we're being followed by a creature, and I'll kind of motion towards the thing.
Oh.
Also, that is racist.
And as you look over Sylvia, you just see this very large wingless griffin.
Oh. Well, you're a pretty creature, aren't you?
It is quite lovely.
With an animal handling of 16, can I just kind of like gently shoo it away?
It pecks your hand. Just kidding.
So as you're okay, so how are you shooing it away?
Just kind of like, shoo, birdie, shoo, sir, Mr. Birdie, bird.
Fabled 42, thank you for that raid. So as you're kind of like shoot, go on, it kind of notices your movement and like you calling out to it, and it picks up the pace and it runs, and now it's like keeping pace along with the driver's seat, and it's kind of staring at you with like curious intent.
Son of a bitch. I've made a new friend. I'm going to reach into my backpack, and I'm gonna take out one of my trail rations. And I'm just gonna open it, and I'm just gonna like kind of scoot over in the bench and set the ration container on the seat where I was just sitting.
Give me an animal handling.
You know, since I'm feeding it, can I get advantage?
Sure.
I don't know if you ever see birds eat.
Fucking gross, and I hate it. 17.
The moment like you pull your hand away, that entire tin is just snatched. As it just starts, as it like gets into the beak, and you could just hear it being crunched as it swallows the trail rations, can and all.
Damn.
It's a go.
Well, I'm a little disturbed you are still that hungry, but you know, if you don't eat us, there's more of that instead. Yummy, yummy. It has fruit and nuts, and also isn't me.
Why am I hearing Groot? I hear Groot in that statement. I mean, most wild animals, you leave them alone, they leave you alone. I'm sure it'll decide it has no interest in us after a while, as long as it doesn't
Well,
decide it needs to defend against us.
I mean, to be fair, that was Plan A, and it is still following us.
I think it wants to be friends.
I'm a little worried when something out here wants to be friends.
And as you're having this
Especially considering the day
conversation,
we've had.
pretty much a mountain lion like bolts out from behind one of the bushes, taking off, being startled by the horses itself. And as it's going off, the bird kind of perks up a bit. It's the feathers that it does have flare up as you see the spikes like sort of like stand up on its back, and it peels away from the cart before jumping forward and tucking itself into like a ball and just starts rolling after the cat.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. I love it.
It's a griffin hog.
Can we keep
I'm
it?
confused.
All right. On that note, land vehicles 19. We're trucking it. We're
Okay.
getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Land vehicles 19, so you're just like flooring it the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
go ahead and give me another percentile roll for the second leg of this journey. Just so
Okay.
you know,
God.
these creatures are called alkies. They are wingless griffins.
oh cool.
They're
Cool. Love
dope as
that for
fuck.
us.
I don't care.
Yeah, they seem, it's the first thing in a number of days that hasn't wanted to immediately kill us. So I'm like cool with that. But
But you know what they
Uh,
say: curiosity killed the adventurers.
Sure, pretty sure it's touching the sphere of annihilation. Looks at a certain bear.
Hey.
60, 68.
I resemble that remark.
D in denial. I love that name. Thank you for that raid. Okay, so flooring it with a 60, you're able to get through there and get yourself around about here. And here is where I'm going to ask you for another decision, Max.
Oh god.
Are you going to continue along the mountain path, or are you just going straight forward now? Because after you clear like the rolling hills here, you've got a straight path to where like you're supposed to be going.
I'm going to get input from my traveling companions. Because I feel like going along the edge of the mountains is probably safer in a weird way. Just because, you know, we only really, in most cases, we only have to deal with like an open plain on one side of us instead of like 360 degrees of open plain. So yeah, he's just gonna kind of lean over his shoulder, not taking his eyes off of forward, but what do you guys think we should do? Do you want to continue along the foothills, or just beeline it and go as the crows flies?
And we see the ruin in the distance.
Not from where you're at the moment.
Then Tokumi is going to vote to what she do? Well, it's just to the north, right? So just go north. We'll run into the ruin eventually.
Are we looking for the path to the ruin? Sorry, I had to step away for a moment.
We're deciding if we want to go basically as the crow flies, which is going to be faster, but takes us through a large expanse of just open plain, or if we want to continue along the foothills, which at least minimizes, you know, the threat from one side of the cart.
Gives us more opportunity for taking cover and such, should we need to.
Given
Who's
Osh
to
has
say
done this
there's
trek
nothing on that side that won't do the same thing.
Given that Osh has made this trek a few times, does she know of one way that is considered a little more safe?
Normally, when you've made this trek in the previous times, you and Kalis or Kylis, not Kalis, it's a Klingon, have made your way to pretty much have first like major way to Claude, stayed there for the night, and then you headed up north from Claude. You haven't really gone near the mountain range before. You tend to keep to like the open plains and any footpath that you can see.
Okay. So Osh will share that knowledge with the group. That's the way we normally go up this way, but I mean, if you guys feel more comfortable along the mountain range, then so be it.
I suppose the disadvantage of crossing through the plains is also an advantage for us. I mean, things would see us from miles away, but we'd also presumably see them from miles away.
We just escaped a giant snake that camouflaged itself.
Oh, it wasn't a
not-
snake.
Not counting things that go invisible, of course.
I know it's not a snake, but to me it's a giant fucking snake.
Fair.
I think that's more of I think that's a character thing.
That's an unusual attribute for things of that species. I don't think we're going to find many things out here that use invisibility.
Well, you say that.
Open field, and you're saying that there's no creatures out here that uses camouflage of that nature to protect them from predators?
Camouflage into the thing, but not complete invisibility. Most creatures evolve into camouflaging themselves into the grass or blending colors or things like that, not turn themselves completely invisible.
I can see
And
the
quite frankly,
scorpion
we-
that's like 30 feet over there, but still.
And quite frankly, over what happened to us last night, our ability to see things coming seems pretty limited either way.
All right, fuck it, we roll.
We roll which way? I
North. To the open fields.
all right.
Oh, wherever the fuck we're going.
Fuck it, we roll. Worst.
We do it live.
All right. 19.
You don't got to roll for that.
Oh, okay.
I was just
cool.
trying.
Yeah,
we'll
just go
rolling
straight
to,
north through the open plain.
Yep. I just wanted to know where I was moving the token for the final part of the daylight adventure here.
Mm.
But thankfully, you don't see any more wingless griffins or talking basilisks or anything that necessarily wants to eat your face at the moment.
Hooray.
But you, Max, by the time you reach here, you notice that if you wanted to still have a little bit of daylight left while you make camp, now would be the time to stop. Or you could continue pushing it and go on throughout the night.
Nah, this one, Max is gonna kind of make the executive decision, and he's basically just gonna call the trip here. We should set up camp. I need to do some maintenance on the horses, and would like to use the rest of the light to do so.
Given that we don't know exactly what happened last night with the ambush, it'd probably be best to spend as much time as we can inside the doors. I mean, do what you need to do with the horses. I'm not saying don't, but as soon as possible, we all should be indoors. And if we need to interact with each other, we know how to contact each other. And we can have the common area. We can probably set up cooking in there. I'll look over at Tokmi when I say that. Kind of looking for confirmation that she can set up cooking inside the whole common area.
As long as you have a place to put a campfire.
Maybe set up some tents so that we don't just have a bunch of doors drawn on the ground into the mud and stuff. Hopefully we can find a solid enough surface, a rock or something. I think that's what Asha's going to do. She's going to look for something solid enough to draw our doors on.
Unfortunately, in the area that you are at, there's nothing solid enough or large enough to place your doors.
Then I would like to take watch.
If you were to say go along the mountain range, you could probably use like the mountainside and whatnot as a means to carve your doors.
I didn't think about that. Suddenly we're all traveling with giant door-sized pieces of boards on us.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad investment.
Max is gonna go.
Is an inexperienced traveler, and I will continue to play her that way until she learns better.
Listen to the duel.
On the flip side of that, Max is actually going to, like, tinker with the horses and make sure they're, all their mechanical bits are working fine.
Are you gonna install superchargers?
No.
Spinners.
We're not pod racing yet.
Spinners. Go ahead and give me.
What's gonna fucking spin?
Don't forget to put the little
I don't
cart
know.
in the spokes.
God, in the spokes of the fucking cart. Go ahead and give me a Tinker Tools roll.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Thankfully at the moment there doesn't seem to be much wear and tear on the horses themselves or on the cart. It seems that even with the nighttime ambush previously, your assailants didn't touch the cart.
Oh,
Didn't
good.
mess with it, didn't do anything like that. So you do a little bit of minor maintenance, clear out like a little bit of like stuck rocks in the horseshoes and everything like that. Just make sure that the horses are kept up to date. But for the most part, they seem like they'll be good to go in the morning.
Well, in that case, get my shit set up for bed.
Since we technically took a short rest, I am going to use 3 hit dice. Because of my crochet, I get an extra hit die, and I ate my ration.
Probably a good idea to heal if
5
you need
hit
it.
die to heal myself because we all got fucked
You
up
all got
earlier.
fucked up.
I mean, I got true res, so like I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're all not as special as you. Thank you very much. You
A
know,
god
fucking
high
hang around
five
with
me
God.
back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't all just be mortally wounded. No, we had to. Some of us actually died.
Not bad. 2 7s, 2 3s, and a 5. That's 25. Awesome. I will take it.
Given what Asha knows of what happened last night, and we can't draw our doors, she's actually going to approach Max. I think it's Max in this game. Max, you have all those gemstones still, right?
Yes.
Could I borrow one for a spell? It doesn't consume it. I just need one.
So about that, I would need to be able to get into my raccoon space.
Could you use the floor of the cart to draw a door? And it should be big enough for one door. You just can't fit all of ours.
It is big enough for one door.
Oh, well, yeah, no, yes, I can do that. Sure. Was there a specific one you needed?
No, just need a gemstone worth some coin.
Alright, yeah, sure, I'll be right back. He gets on the cart, he draws the door, he opens it. He does that thing where it's like he's walking down into a cellar.
Give me a performance roll.
Oh, okay. That's a 4. It's not great.
You look like you think you're going great, but it looks very awkward to everyone else.
We're all stuck out there sitting there going, what just happened?
Hey, what was that bird thing called again?
An alke. A-L-K-E.
Alky.
All right, and he comes back with whatever that gemstone.
Okay.
And when the night reaches about the same point that attack happened last night, Asha will cast her spell.
Okay.
I just want to give everyone else time to do what they're doing in the evening.
Yep. Is anybody doing anything particular in their downtime?
No, I don't think so. Just kind of tinkering away on a strange-looking key. It's more of a flavor thing. I technically already have it crafted, but
Making sure
tinkering away on it.
Making sure it actually looks like a key and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like a key with a bunch of clockwork mechanisms inside of it.
Jabba-dooby touch the handshake.
Tokumi is going to ask if everyone wants a proper dinner or if we're just going to do rations tonight.
I'm fine with rations if we want to save the supplies for breakfast. I find a good breakfast goes a long ways.
Okay.
I think I agree with that. It'll be, we can be thankful that we actually woke up in the morning.
Sorry, what was that, Groots?
I said I want to try something. I'm I want to cast a spell around the perimeter.
What are you casting?
I want to cast Snare.
Snare. Bring that up in the chat, or in the game chat.
What I'm trying to do is like I'm just trying to like the spell Alarm,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to try to do it with Snare.
You have
How
the
many
rope.
how many spell slots do you have?
I've got 4 in my level 1, so I could do this
4 times.
all 4 times.
So it's a 5-foot radius circle.
Are we using spell points?
Spell points, spell slots. True.
Because you can max out beyond just the 4 with points.
Well, I mean, even spells that don't technically have an upcast to them, you can cast them at a higher level. It just doesn't do anything extra.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how many spell points do you guys have right now? That's probably something we should check.
I do believe the max right now is 27. And a first level spell consumes 2 spell points per casting. I just don't know how many spells Karsha has cast in the last 2 days.
You're level 5.
Yes.
Level 5, you have 27 spell points with a max spell level of 3rd. Each level 1 spell costs 2 points. So yeah, so since if you've got 27 spell points, you can cast it more than 4 times.
I'm gonna do that just to set up a perimeter.
How many times are you casting it?
Just to be safe, max.
You're going for broke here?
I'm going for broke.
So 13 times.
God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So you set up like a perimeter of 13 snares around your campsite.
Yep.
And you have 1 spell point left. Oh yeah, and
Yep.
yes, we are using spell points because I did make mana potions. That's right.
Yep. And I'm just gonna let everyone else know I am now officially useless.
I'm officially out of mana.
Both things
I
with
am
a
oofed.
stick.
I mean, you still bonk things with an anchor. So
You've still got cantrips.
I was
too.
gonna say,
I
you
may
got
be
that.
out of
wild shape.
spells.
Yeah.
I may be out of spells, but I'm not out of options.
I was gonna say you have that giant fuck off anger. I don't think you're, useless.
Yeah.
When it comes to spells, I'm useless.
Anything else anybody wants to try to do? All right, Asha, go ahead and do your spell.
Honestly, with the snare set up, that changes my plan.
What was your
Because
plan?
I don't want to. I have a spell called Incite Greed that anyone that can see me when I cast the spell has to move towards me, towards the gem that I'm holding in my hand, because they get basically charmed by the gem.
Interesting.
So I was going to.
Wait,
My
what?
plan was to draw them out rather than wait for them to come to me.
They can get snared.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to
Nerd.
pick in a fight where after you've used all of your stuff. I guess Asha will consult the group, and she'll kind of let them know her plan, and ask them if that's something we want to try and draw them out, or if we want to hope that they don't strike tonight again.
Now, is this every person who sees you, or just enemies?
Choose any number of creatures within range that can see you. So
Okay.
I think I can designate just enemies.
So basically, she
see them,
casts a
though.
spell. No, she casts a spell. She says, "We're allowed to out
Yeah, pretty much. Since it is a target, you can choose not to target your allies. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is a charm, and no one can hit them while they're... If they start moving towards me, and they do get saves against it. So there's a chance that it could either fail, or they can break it before they reach us.
Oh, I'm paused.
But it could draw them out to at least where we know they're here or not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Karsha has more than just her spells, right? I mean, she is a druid. And she has a giant
Wild shape.
anchor.
And yeah, the giant anchor.
I mean, she could be a shark bear. Can you be a shark bear? Is that a thing? I know there's owlbears.
It's just whether or not we
Is
want to
she-
go picking fights tonight. If they do get drawn out, it's
That's
most likely going to
specious.
turn to fight.
In any case, even with this all set up, we should probably do a 2-person watch. There's enough of us for 3 shifts.
The watches didn't help us last night. They struck before the
Yeah.
watch could hit.
Yeah, that may be the case. But it does not mean that we don't try it.
I'll watch with Karsha since she's somewhat depleted.
You want to go first then?
Oh, that's what Karsha wants to do.
I can
Yes.
take second watch. Don't know if one of you want to join me, or if one of you wants to take a watch alone, or if you two want to join up, I'll take watch alone. It doesn't matter to me. 'Cause one
I
of our
will
watches
join you
work.
once. I will join you on second watch.
Sylvia, are you comfortable doing third watch alone?
Yeah, I can do it alone.
All right. So before.
Sorry, hang on. Sorry, I know, like, so we're just under. I've never like worked this way, so I don't know. We're just operating as if Kylus wasn't here at all.
Yes.
He's in a meat locker. He's with us,
Okay.
but he's non-functional.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well that changes my math a bit.
We give
Sorry.
them silent treatment.
I'll have boots with me for an extra pair of eyes.
Okay. Cool.
You guys, if it's alright with you, Max, I might hold on to your gemstone in case we change our mind on that spell. We feel we
Please.
need to draw them out. It's at least something.
Absolutely.
All right. So before we go into the evening watches, let's go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, stretch our legs, freshen up our drinks, and all that fun stuff. But stick with us, everyone. We'll be back in about 5-6 minutes.
moving your consciousness.
And we're back.
Oh, hi.
You seriously got to like count us in or something, man.
As
You
soon,
literally
as,
can't
soon
tell.
as you see the camera go on or me sit down and the headphones go on, just prepare.
Fucking
I can't
degenerate.
pay attention to that. You're asking an ADHD person to pay attention?
Oh yeah, and especially when I'm, in the middle of talking about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of not listening.
Damn.
But yeah, like, a lot of the stuff in Doctor Who isn't actually all that bad. All it'll do is kill you.
I mean, it'll all kill you.
Only.
I mean, there's not much else that you can be done to you when you're dead. Not that you'd give a shit at that point.
Unlike D&D where, death is probably a kindness.
Well, I was gonna say, like, yeah, at first Groot's brought up the question. He's like, "Oh, what is a creature you would absolutely not want to fucking deal with?" And the very first thing I said was Slod. Those things suck. It's like, oh, you fight a Slod and like it gives you a disease, and suddenly you're fucking just have more Slods bursting out of you, and like, no,
Not suddenly.
no,
There's a timer. There's a
Or-
timer.
depending on your class and which one infects you, you could just turn into Kermit the Frog. I mean,
So you're saying it's an incubation time? There's an
Win
incubation
multiple
time.
Super
there is an
Bowls then.
incubation.
I mean the death slotty just kill you. All the other slotty, I think the red ones are the ones that can't disease you. I think that's the only that doesn't. All the rest of them either kill you or turn you into one of them.
It depends because the green, not the green, but the blue, and I believe, yeah, I think it's the
Red?
blue that infect you with the tadpole, and there's another one that infect you with the phage, and when you die by the phage, you turn into a slotty.
Yeah.
And if you're a spellcaster, you turn into a green slotty.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's all bad.
It's all bad.
It's
Yeah,
all bad.
They're the fuck you of monsters.
Like, and I think that's the thing is like there's so much in D&D that just kills you, like, and that's the best thing that they can do is like, oh, I fought a dragon and it burned me to death and now I'm dead. That sucks, I guess.
And then you have other ones where it's like, well, I just got infected with ghoul fever and now I'm a ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, what you talking about, smooth skin?
Yeah, smooth
Absolutely. And then you have other situations where it's like, oh, you're minding your own business, and then suddenly you're a dinosaur or something.
Yeah. Funny how that
And
happens.
she's not even paying attention.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. I was
Holy
poorly
yay.
ignoring that conversation.
It's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. I
Speaking
have
of
no
things
idea.
Speaking of things that may not be fine,
Oh yeah,
No, it's
watches.
who's taking first watch again?
Sasha and Tokumi.
Okay. So, what are your passive perceptions?
Oh, that's easy. I can give that to you.
My passive is really a 13.
Okay.
18.
18?
Something's off because I have a +3 modifier.
I got the 13.
Mm, 3, 11.
It's based off your wisdom saving throw, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Out of the two of you,
Yeah.
one of you choose who's rolling the percentiles.
Oh, not me. Fuck
I'll
that
do it.
noise. If you want us to die, I'll roll 'em. Like, I mean, I'll roll them if you.
Wait. You're gonna put the hands of the fate of the group in this watch in Captain 1.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Wait, if it's a choice of living or dying, my dice are just like Fox. They
Groots,
choose to kill me.
Groots, please fuck up the
Groots
group.
has a 50-50 shot. His
He's either
dice
horrible or
may.
good.
I need
Yeah.
you to roll me percentiles, my good sir.
Look, it's either my rolls do really fucking well or really fucking bad. There's no in between. Okay,
You
there's that
have
one time I
some
rolled a 69.
really good percentiles lately, so
You
Yeah.
have.
I mean,
Okay.
after those horrible death saves that you rolled last week, maybe the dice are in your favor.
Fuck.
Maybe they had their blood
Oh,
sacrifice.
oh, don't do this to me. Okay,
Maybe they
fine.
demand more.
Do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Shit. Who wants to
They-
guess the number?
2,
They demand.
2.
4.
Again, Roach
I'm not putting anything out there.
Roach is looking at his table and telling you what die to roll. Fucked up.
Oh no, it's just because every time Groods rolls a d4 or whatever, it always lands on 2.
It does.
Of course, hate me. Fucking hate me.
Curse of the Twos.
All right.
2.
There we go. Fuck it.
22.
Did you fucking roll a 2?
Oh,
Oh my god.
69?
When he cackles like that, I don't know if when he says even better if it's a 1 or if it's 100.
it's 100.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
That's how his percentiles always go. They either go really,
Yeah.
really bad or really, really good. So
There's no in between with Groods.
No, you rolled 100. That means you're all super dead.
on a scale of dead to death.
Like, oh my god.
You guys
Enjoy
super
fighting
fast.
this ancient void dragon.
I fought one of those.
So,
Yeah, that sucked.
I ate one of those.
as
You became one of those.
you two are standing watch,
Ah.
it's relatively quiet. You got the fire going behind you to drive any sort of like wildlife predators away. Thankfully, none of you are all being stabbed to death. But as you're manning your watch, making sure to keep a safe distance away from the perimeter around your camp full of snares, you see what looks to be a shooting star streaking from the sky. And you like
Follow
follow
me. We'll make a wish upon it.
Okay. What's your wish?
I wish for prosperity for my companions.
Okay. And as you say that wish, the star falls from the sky, careening down towards the Earth itself. Not the Earth as the planet, but the Earth as in dirt. And you follow it. You follow it from the sky, and it looks like it collides about here.
I gotta switch over. Oh god, how far away is that?
Like northeast.
Couple
No, I
days.
mean,
Airdrop.
oh,
Airdrop.
Can we mark the map?
I'm
Little
going
X
to
on
right
it.
now. Give me a second. I gotta go up to the search here.
I love that guy.
Oh my.
Jesus.
Cool,
That's,
cool, cool.
Oh god.
That's a crash site. I'm surprised we're all still standing. Didn't incinerate us.
All right, move out, XCOM.
Will we ever get an XCOM 3? I wonder.
I don't know. It's about a
Wasn't
90.
that
It's about a 99% chance, but given the XCOM, that's probably a no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We'll never get a Wasteland 4 or an XCOM 3. That's so sad. A whole genre of fucking video dead in the.
But
You wish for prosperity? I wish that star was closer.
Suddenly it teleports just right on top of you.
Right.
Right before it lands.
wait, you okay? So wait, you're making a wish as well?
What?
No, I'm asking. Are you serious? Are you making a wish?
Tokumi said her wish out loud.
Might as well. since you said it out loud.
Okay, what is Karsha's wish?
Fucking That's so
Nick.
stupid. No.
like basically she sees it and she says, "Ooh, a shooting star," and she closes her hands and she makes a wish. When she wishes
She's
for
so-
prosperity
she's
for
so
her for her
stupid.
companions.
Basically, she says, "I wish I had power." That's what she says.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But you speak your wishes out loud. So you watch the shooting star descend from the heavens and glide into the plains a little bit away. And that's about the extent of your
And
watch.
then when it crashes, she looks at Karsha and she goes, "Star metal."
Mm-hmm.
As you say that, her fucking like ear, like her
Shark
ears
ears
just like perk up. Shark ears. She's a
fold out of her
fox.
head, fold out of her head and perk up.
How about her gills? Her gills like fucking like go.
Heavy breathing.
She's like light bulb.
It makes a note of the direction. It's like it fell down somewhere near the gorge.
It's actually really close. Maybe we should try it out.
We
I
should
mean, look
definitely
at
go there in the morning.
Sounds good.
Are you waking your companions up from the next watch?
Yep, if nothing else happens.
Yep.
All right, who you waking up?
Second watch is supposed to be
Sylvie?
Asha and Max.
Sylvie was last. That's right.
So Tokumi will, tap Asha on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Wake her up.
Asha will wake up.
Okay.
And she'll tell you, nothing happened, but there was a shooting star, and Karsha and I made a
went
wish,
that
and
way.
it fell to the ground and it landed over there. So there might be star metal over there.
That's
I
good
know,
to know.
I know there's a ruin, but we might want to go there before someone else gets the star metal.
Whatever you guys wished for, I hope the gods see fit to grant those wishes.
Well, we'll see. I wish for prosperity for you all.
It's a very kind wish. Most people usually think of themselves in that moment.
We're taught to abandon as much as we can materialism. It's okay to want, but wanting in excessive is frowned upon.
Those are good tenets to live by, I think. Take what we need, not what we have, not in excess.
Yeah. Asha and Max, what are your passive perceptions?
17.
12.
One of you can roll percentiles. You can choose which ones you want to do.
Okay. You want to trust this to my dice? Okay.
Like we're like going the Doom Squad tonight, apparently.
Apparently.
Hey, I did my percentiles earlier tonight. I'm out.
61, and then Asha will, if she has time to, she'll make a request to the chorus, if they can. Let her know if anyone who's not currently around us starts approaching.
Okay.
If they can sense that.
Night. Your watch goes off without a hitch. The chorus says that there are some living beings around you. but none of human descent, humanoid descent. Creatures of the plains.
She'll date them. And I'm sure at some point listen to them sound off again.
Yep. About halfway through your
numbers
watch,
station.
they start going into the chant.
I think at that point, Asha will give Max a little tap on the shoulder and be like, it's going to be a few moments before I'm going to clearly hear anything.
I'll wait that out, I guess.
He probably looks very distracted as it's happening too, so it's probably easy to tell.
Once the chorus shuts its collective traps, so Lady Asha, how are things with the whole dinosaur thing?
I think it's all right. Haven't really noticed too much. I mean, I got a couple scaly patches.
Hmm.
But other than that, I haven't really noticed anything. I guess only time will tell.
As it will.
But I no longer feel like there's something ticking away above my head.
Oh, that's good at least. I'm glad, at the very least, that it gotten done and taken care of.
Yeah. But as for the outcome of it, I mean, you can only tell so much, right?
Yeah. Best not to worry about it until there's something to worry about, right?
Exactly. But yeah, other than the change to my skin, I haven't noticed any changes.
Alright. Just keep me posted. I worry about you a lot.
I appreciate the concern. If I start acting strange, just let me know, because it's... Sometimes you don't notice these things yourself. We see it all the time.
Fair
With various diseases. Usually the ones of the mind. I'm more worried about these things that are hunting us.
Ah,
It was easier not to worry when I thought they were just doing their jobs, but it seems like more than that now.
that's like I said earlier. It is very possible that, this was maybe not a bounty hunter, but a very diligent courier. But
Maybe.
that is also the circle of life, Sometimes you are the hunter, sometimes you are the hunted. We have a job to do out here, and then maybe we can try to turn the tables.
Maybe. I just hope the next time we get a chance to at least react.
Oh yeah. The next time I fully intend to gut the motherfucker like a trout. Right. Sorry, your cleric.
Oh, no, I have no problem with the gutting like a trout thing. It's... Do you notice I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat just like everyone else. It's all part of life. I just try not to take it in excess. If it doesn't have to be taken.
Fair enough.
Spare those that we can. But if it comes down to me or someone else, I will choose myself.
As it should be. It is sometimes worth it to keep going.
Some days I just feel like I've come too far to give up now.
That's a good attitude to have. There's a lot of road behind us, and even more ahead.
And Herona wouldn't feel the need to save me not once but twice now for nothing. I had the trust in her judgment.
I wish that I could feel that level of comfort. But I've seen too much out here to find comfort in the whims of the gods.
I don't know if I'd call it comfort in the whims of gods. This is just having faith that there's a purpose to it all. I'm here to fulfill some sort of reason. What that is, I'm not sure. I hope one day to stumble upon it. Or maybe at one point I'll pass it by and in hindsight figure it out.
Maybe there's not a divine answer, but I know my parents, they always taught me one thing, and it was an important thing, and that is to try and do a little bit of good every day. If you can go to bed and earnestly say you did your best and you helped someone, then you had a good day.
You never know. That one small moment of kindness, or good as you call it, to someone could change their entire lives. You never really know the larger impact. That's more
Exactly.
the faith I hold than having comfort that it's all by design.
You're a very wise lady, Asha. I respect that about you.
I just try and do my little bit of good.
Let's wake up the bard. It's our time for watch.
Bard.
You said bird or bard?
Yes.
The bird.
Asha will go wake up Sylvia. Kind of gently, she doesn't want to startle her too much.
The bird barred her keys.
Is it my turn already?
It is. Not much happened for us. The first watch saw a shooting star fall not too far in the distance.
Oh good, another distraction. he says as he's just kind of like
Squirrel?
leaning
You're
into
gonna
his
learn
bedroll.
real quick with us, Smith.
Squirrel?
Squirrel?
Yes.
Loot?
Chinese! Look, Rojan knows what like distracts us, and it's everything.
All right. Sylvia, what is your passive perception?
14.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me percentiles. Fox's
Another set
dice
of
hate
dice
them
that
as
are-
well.
Yeah, it's like another set of dice that has not always done us kindness.
Well, by my dice
Not inside.
standards, this is a very high roll. I got 45.
Okay.
That is very high
Suddenly
for
there's
your
a
dice.
loud bang and you
Well,
see
please give
Sylvia's
this-
head go
Give
back into
this
the
man
left.
some beauty.
It's okay,
Give
she's
this
like an
man
owl. I can
some
twist all the way around.
percentage.
So, Sylvia, the watch is uneventful. You get very bored very fast. You slowly start to doze off every now and then. And then there is a very noticeable twang behind you. And then a grunt.
I would spin around, see what the source of that noise is.
You spin around, you turn it, and you see dangling from one of Karsha's snares is a well-dressed high elven gentleman, upside down, suspended by one leg, a pair of like really strange looking goggles on his face.
Do I, by chance, recognize this high elven gentleman?
It's very hard to like not know who he is, like given the way that he's dressed and the way that he looks. This is definitely Verventrix.
Oh, this motherfucker.
I will carefully step over to him, but still keeping distance away from the perimeters of the other snares.
Oh, Lady Sylvia, fancy meeting you out here.
You say that like you didn't expect to meet me out here.
Should I have?
Shouldn't you have? Why are you here?
Oh, I am just on a nightly excursion. Truth be told, I'm on a many-day excursion, but an excursion nonetheless.
And you just happen to cross paths with us
Well,
again.
truth be told, I may have misplaced my camping gear and, well, sort of at a loss for tonight, so I decided to keep on moving to make sure that to make myself a harder target for predators. When my goggles here, and he kind of taps the side of his head, noticed the light from your camp, so I decided to head on towards it and possibly share your fire for the night. Had no idea it was going to be any of you. It is a pleasant surprise to see friendly faces. Can you be a dear and cut me down from here? This is rather embarrassing, hanging from a snare that's not tied to a tree at the moment.
I feel like maybe I should wake some of the others up before I do that.
Do you need a vote if you're going to cut me down?
Given everything we've been through in the last couple days, yeah, I think so.
Well, if you must, you must. But please do so. I can begin. I'm starting to hear the blood rushing through my ears.
Okay, I'll be quick. Just wait there. She rushes off over to Max and shakes him awake. Max.
Cool. Max startles awake and without a second thought whips a hand axe at the whatever's in the snare.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
A disadvantage because because you're not even paying attention. It's just like you woke up and instinctively just chucked the axe.
It's instinct. Though to be fair, I do still have quick toss and am spending the superiority die.
True.
Which is gonna be really bad for him. Okay, how much? This goes to the damage roll. Okay. So plus dexterity. Will a 24 hit?
A 24 will hit.
Okay. So this is the hand axe. So this is a d6. And the superiority die is an 8. That is 16 points of damage.
Give me one moment.
Oh, he's dead.
Nah, this guy's a skilled artificer. He's fine.
So as you whip the axe towards him, it just goes flying, and he just like raises a hand and he catches the axe, and it just catches it, and it goes just a little bit too close and kind of like buries itself just a tiny bit into his chest, as he's only going to take 2 of that damage.
Was he a monk?
Gloves of missile snaring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, so then he actually
As he
wakes up.
takes the axe, he's like, throwing a little hard, young man, but thank you very much. As he leans up and he just kind of swings up and cuts the snare with the axe as he just falls to the ground.
Oh, for the love of God.
Don't fall on the
Verventrix! Verventrix, hello, how are you? To what do we owe the pleasure?
It's well, my happening upon you was just happenstance. I was out on one of my normal excursions, unfortunately forgot my camping gear back at home. Very absent-minded, I must say. But as luck have it, I wandered upon your camp, and apparently you have a very skilled hunter with you, as apparently you can set snares without trees.
Yeah, no, she's great. Yeah, cool. All right. He reaches into his vest pocket and he pulls out his pocket watch. I mean, what time is it? It's like 4 a.m., right?
It's about 4 a.m, yeah.
All right, just warm up by the fire. Don't make too much noise. It's 4 in the goddamn morning. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, you won't have to worry about me. I'll be quiet as a dormouse.
Yeah, go ahead and start that now. And Max,
he just like takes the goggles and puts them on his forehead, and he just quietly sits next to the fire, warm in his hands.
I don't think I'm getting that hand axe back, but
No.
I'll just go ahead and write that off of my inventory.
Oh,
And
he
Max
kinda-
goes back.
No, he returns the axe to you. He's not going to keep it.
Okay, cool.
He's a dick. He keeps it anyway.
Would have been really funny. Man, I'm gonna be so pissed if he ruined my long rest.
No, it's a short enough interruption. It's not going to ruin your long rest.
Cool, good. Then I get that superiority dice right back.
I will resume my watch, but I'll position myself in a place where in my line of sight is both Verventrix and also the area where there's no longer a snare because that one was triggered.
Okay. And for the remainder of your watch, Verventrix sits there and he like warms a little canister of liquid over the fire as he's writing diligently in a notebook, but doesn't really say anything.
I don't like this guy.
I don't trust
mean,
this guy.
in my notebook, I have him nicknamed as Urza, so I don't trust the fucking thing.
Artifice.
And the rest of your watch goes off without a hitch.
More of a snatch, but
And as everybody, as morning comes to and Azarin is frozen, everybody begins to slowly wake up, and you notice Verventrix now at the camp.
Oh,
Okay.
Christ, that wasn't a dream.
Buddy, I was not expecting to see you here.
No, I was not expecting to see any of you here. It was a happy coincidence on my part. Well, aside from getting caught
my
in the
snare was
snare,
triggered.
getting caught in the snare, and well, not being fast enough to catch Max's axe before he did a little bit of damage to the coat here, but all is well.
If
Next
you'd like
time
that
we'll go
mended,
for
I
the
can
head.
fix your coat.
Oh no, it's fine. I can have Sally mend it later.
All right. Can I insight
doing
check his
here?
happy sack circumstance statement?
Sure.
Asha's been a little on edge after everything that we've been through.
And you do remember that Verventrix's healing grenade was at your camp.
Yeah, there's that too. Okay. My dice are playing nice today. It's gonna be a natural 20 for a 27.
Seems like it
Nice.
was just a crazy random happenstance.
Fucking liar.
As like as he very joyfully tells you that he was just wandering about on an excursion and, well, happened upon the camp.
How have your sales been lately? Have people been come by to buy the I don't know what you call them.
Oh, the healing grenades. A little bit of a tie-up right now in the bureaucracy. I'm still trying to get the shop up and running, but you know, bureaucrats and paperwork, it takes some time. I have secured a location at one of the empty market shops, so maybe hopefully open soon.
I hope so. I also hope that no one's ripping off your design. We saw something very similar recently.
He looks at you a little alarmed. I'm sorry, somebody is plundering my designs.
Not sure if someone is. I kind of assume they purchased one from you, but if your shop's not up and running.
No, the last person I've given any of the healing grenades to was yourself.
Our camp was attacked a while back, and well, not well remembered. We did find the remnants of one of your grenades. We're not sure exactly where it came from, but we knew it wasn't ours, as I still have both of mine. I'm looking in my bag at both of the ones I have from him.
Strange. I must, when I return back to Augur, I must demand an investigation post-haste from the city guard. If somebody is copying my designs, well, I will see them in court.
I'm sure they'll get right on that. They're not busy at all these days.
I'll pull out. If you have a map, we can try and mark where we last camped, and maybe you could swing by and see the remnants yourself.
Oh, yes. And he reaches in and pulls out this map, and you can see that just like the entirety of the continent has been like marked of like different ruins and different cave entrances and various question marks with strange notations on them.
I'll do my best to mark off where we camped last.
Yeah,
Can I do a
it's
quick
easy enough.
memorization.
Give me a survival roll at disadvantage.
Okay, I can do that. Ah.
Is the cat in or out?
She's out.
For now. Give it 10 minutes.
She had to eat some food and then leave again.
In 2 minutes, she'll be hungry again and need some more food.
Okay.
No, it's a punish makes my door
that'll
shut.
be-
Okay.
That'll be a 19 for disadvantage.
Nice.
God
Nice.
damn.
So you take a look at it and your eyes scan over it, and at the moment you've got the locations memorized. Don't know how long they're going to be there, but for the moment you have a pretty good mental image as to like just a quick cursory glance at the map.
I move away to write them down away from prying eyes.
Okay.
So, Viventrix, what brings you out this way? What was your excursion for?
Well, a little birdie told me that the ruins up north have cleared out enough for investigative purposes. So, being the inquisitive sort that I am, I set out post haste.
Are you still traveling north then?
That is the plan, yes.
We are actually heading that way ourselves, as the primary excursion out for the church. You're welcome to join us.
When you
Safe to
say,
remove
That would be
numbers.
wonderful.
when you say that, Tokumi is gonna go. Are we going to ignore the star medal?
Star medal.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It was late last night. It slipped my mind.
Oh, the meteorite that fell last night.
Yeah, we saw that.
Oh, well, you may have problems with that. You see, in the general area, a couple of the mining concerns have claim to any stars that fall to this side of the continent.
What?
So we're going to it.
So a group of miners laid claim to anything that falls from the sky?
It is in their contracts, yes. Given where it landed, you're looking at probably the Durin brothers, the mining concern that normally works part of the Luda Mountains behind us. They tend to have claim to anything that falls to the land in this sector.
They probably have the means to get to it faster than we do as well, then, if they're already know to be on watch for those type of events.
Yep, that solves that.
First the Chimera, now the Star Metal. I'm never gonna get some legendary weapons.
Oh,
We could still kill that Chimera.
I
We
mean,
could kill the Chimera.
I thought you meant the basilisk.
well, if you were to head to the Star Metal, head to the meteorite, how would you mine the Star Metal? You don't seem to have any mining equipment in your cart. That won't do. You would more than likely break your hands or whatever weapons you use to try to mine any of that ore.
Raise my anchor.
I think.
Raise the anchor.
And also, the last thing that we need is to get on the bad side of a mining concern. Especially if they already have a legal land claim over this area.
The rules are so weird out here. I mean,
The animals out here are freaking weird.
Well, honestly, appreciate you letting us know, because otherwise we might have made a blunder without knowing it.
No, it is okay. Many of people from Augur, unless they are part of the mining operation, don't really know. I only know because I've ran afoul of them in the past.
Oh, you? No, that's so unlike you.
Yes, I was blinded by prosperity and thoughts of crafting a wonderful item out of any of the ore that I was able to collect. But though my dreams were dashed with the crossbow bolt in the buttocks.
I get a weird sense of deja vu.
oh well. Well, I promised people breakfast, and then she, slinks over and sets up a campfire and cooking.
Slinks over. Already defeated for the day.
Yeah. She's just like...
I can hear her grumble, fucking star, fucking god.
Fucking dwarves.
Fucking Chimera.
Fucking Chimera. Art.
So, Tricks, what interests you with the city up north?
Just its history. I mean, I've been observing it from every now and then from afar. Just, you being the primary excursion team from the church, you probably know its history and the corruption that had been plaguing the area for quite some time. So,
I was there when it started.
You were?
One of the few survivors.
Ooh, I must pick your brain later.
And I'm sure this is purely from a historical standpoint and not at all for the possibility of there being any remnants of a condensed mana crystal there.
Oh, I would be lying if the mana crystal did not interest me. Not every day that you get to see a corrupted mana crystal.
I wonder how much of it's actually left.
I don't know. I haven't really seen any sign of it, though I haven't been really able to get a high enough vantage point to see beyond some of the ruined walls.
I mean, the rumors go that is what caused the explosion. But doesn't mean all of it's gone.
Ooh. I guess we will both soon see.
Oh, so kind of you to invite yourself on our journey.
No, I wasn't. Asha just invited me.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably shooting daggers at Asha as he said that.
I love how
But
everything. is
Asha ran
so
her insight.
awkward
She's
for
good to go.
Max. Everything
Fucking
is
hate this
just
guy.
an inconvenience for them.
I hate this guy so much. And yes, we're like, we are to do a job to get paid.
I love how I always end up defending someone that the other party hates.
Right,
in
it's
Mass
like,
Effect,
what did
and
this guy
Arleo-
do?
Arleo's my best friend. How
What
would you
did
guys-
this guy do?
I don't trust him.
Ventrix.
You're gonna learn real quick.
Oh, Asha just befriends everyone.
Fucking D&D Captain War Crimes over here.
This D&D group is chaos.
This D&D this D&D group is Captain War Crimes.
We
Yeah,
have,
D&D
we have
group
not
isn't.
committed
No,
one
no, no,
war
no,
crime yet.
no. I'm talking about just Destiny
Oh.
Forge in general. You know, some of the war crimes they've committed put Janeway to shame.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're perfectly fine. Everyone had it coming. Mostly.
Keep telling yourself that.
God. Man, that's
The Geneva suggestions.
The Geneva suggestions. It's not a war crime the first time.
Yeah, just a Geneva suggestion.
So are you just cooking a quick breakfast, or are you trying to put a little pizzazz into it?
I'm gonna put a little oomph in it.
A little oomph in it. All right, go ahead and give me a survival roll. You can use your chef utensils as you have them.
Yeah. Okay. That is plus. Doink. $19.
19, nice. God, that is really nice. Okay, so those of you who eat this meal, just a quick question here, Azarin. What did you make the meal out of? Or I should ask, what meal did you make?
Well, I didn't do the scorpion stew
We also-
this time.
We also have all the supplies from the church. We had enough for 8 people for this entire excursion.
Mhm.
Oh, they gave us supplies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I would have used supplies from the church.
Okay.
Anything that is breakfast like materials. So I'm figuring like, some sort of continental style breakfast.
Okay. So with the 19, everybody here will have a free. It's not technically bardic inspiration in this sense, it's chef inspiration, as you will be given a 1d6 inspiration to use for today.
Nice.
That lasts until you use it or long rest.
What die level of inspiration? Basic
What-
D6? or-
1d6.
Cool.
It's just bardic.
Boop.
It's chefic.
Finally, I get to click that box on my character sheet.
Nobody roll the bard.
I can be your bard.
But Ventrix, did you bring anything in preparation for entering the city in case we run into a bit of corruption? Or is your plan just to go in as far as you could?
Oh, no. Sally's got a little gem in her that allows her to measure the corruption in an area, so I won't be stepping into any pockets itself that would be detrimental to my health too much.
You were given a few supplies. If we have some spare, we'll definitely ensure that you're also protected as much as we can.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Though for some odd reason, Asha does not point out the extremely volatile box in the back of the cart.
I'm sorry, you keep saying Sally, but I don't see anyone else. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I haven't introduced you yet. He reaches over to his left bracer and he opens up a small compartment. He pulls out a little box, and he sets it down. He presses a little gem on the top, and 4 little legs pop out of it as this little clockwork spider just sort of forms in front of you.
Nope.
Meet Sally.
I hate this guy.
Oh. Is it all mechanical or is it
100% mechanical in my make.
Interesting.
You have sex with that?
Make, not
No,
mates.
mate.
Oh,
Wow, Groots. Yes, the artificer made its own doll.
my question still stands.
As he picks the little mechanical spider up and he presses the button again, and it folds back into the box, and he places it back into his gauntlet.
That's kind of neat. I'd love to take it apart one day and see how it works. Not that I want to take your friend apart. That's not what I mean. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, Sally is simply a machine. Sally has no feelings. Sally doesn't care what happens to Sally in one way or another. If you wish, instead of taking her apart, I could give you her schematics. See if you can possibly make your own Sally.
That would be amazing. I've been practicing my skills and working on some new contraptions lately. I'd love to try making one of my own.
Wild, wild west.
Wonderful. When we're back in August, stop by the shop and I'll have the copy of the schematics for you.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I'm excited to see what you make. You have to show it to me when you complete it.
You fucking said Wild Wild West. Fucking Verventrix gonna show up in a giant spider.
Yes.
I knew it.
Giant fucking spider.
I
Tokumi's
can't
gonna
stand
ask.
spiders, but that's
Tokumi's
the
gonna ask.
greatest thing ever.
Like, what else can you make?
Oh, quite a bit of things, honestly. Mostly everything you see on me is of my make in one way or another.
So you're like a general craftsman?
Artificer, but yes. I enjoy
the magic tinkerer, right? I think that's what my dad said they are.
in a simplistic way of explaining it. Yes, I am a magical tinkerer, inventor, adventurer, scholar.
War criminal.
Only to the smith. Only to the smith. After breakfast, Asha will pour herself her cup of tea too. Her daily tea.
Her daily tea.
You take commissions?
I take many commissions. Asha, if you'd like to give me a roll for the tea today. 2. That is today's tea is a nice Darjeeling.
Ooh.
And with this tea, can you give me 1d12?
Ooh. That's the D12. 10.
You currently have 10 temporary HP.
I like this one.
Yes, but to answer your question, I do take commissions.
Can you make anything that can help defensively that's not armor or shield?
Ah, I am actually working on something like that now, though I'm trying to tweak everything a little bit, trying to harness the ability of certain coalesced mana crystals to sort of give a layer of protection to the individuals who wear this device, but unfortunately all of the dummies I have tested it on have exploded or compacted in on themselves or have suffered other horrible fates to befall any living being that would wear it, so it's still in testing.
I don't want to explode.
Oh no, like I said, it's still in testing, so I wouldn't give it to any living being until I've got all the kinks worked out of it.
Oh, and you can make them and they don't explode. I'd like to try one.
Wait, so you know how to work with those crystals?
Oh, I've been studying the workings of coalesced mana crystals and how they can better society for the past 15 some odd years. And not just in a militaristic way, mind you.
Nuclear fission.
Hey, Asha, how
Yes.
big was the crystal that exploded in the city?
Quite large.
The crystal,
Quite large. It would have powered the entire city.
the
Had not exploded.
yes, the crystals in the city usually range anywhere from 12 to 15 feet in height.
So we could maybe find some really big pieces if we're super lucky, right?
We
Uh,
could if we want to head towards it. I do know where this crystal was stored.
That is what I am hoping for.
I've been to the room where it was before it exploded.
If we found a single piece that was big enough, would you be able to make a greatsword out of it? Like purely out of the crystal?
That sounds terrifying.
That sounds awful.
Why I
Nothing
want an exploding sword.
nothing is impossible, though I would want to test what the effects of a corrupted orange mana crystal would do to a living being before allowing allowing myself to pick it up or to wield it as a weapon. But
I hope you test it.
Asha looks concerned.
this is like, well,
Max is also looking
first-
concerned.
let's first get the primary experiment done on the thing to make sure that it can actually be touched without any negative repercussions, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Turns out Sylvia's definitely allergic to coalesced mana crystals like goddamn kryptonite.
I mean,
Oh, let her cook.
given my experience with
that's
those
literally
things, I
what'll
think
happen.
Everyone's definitely allergic to coalesced mana crystals.
That's
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I think before we hit the road, Asha will just make some tea that we can drink along the road, not like she'll put in like the travel cups, just some regular tea
Okay.
for everyone and kind of pass that out so everyone has a drink for the road. Including for Ventrix, he gets one.
He thanks you. He sort of takes, like as everyone climbs up into the back, he takes a seat up at the front.
Right, bitch, with us.
Excuse me.
There should be 2 bench seats.
I mean, the front's big enough for like 3 people.
Oh, this is going to be a long journey. All right, let's get this road on the show.
I feel like just this entire campaign, all we do is make Max uncomfortable.
Oh,
And, like as you guys start taking off towards the ruins, He's just sitting next to Max quietly, writing in his book. Unless anybody engages him in conversation, he keeps to himself.
Max is just sitting there stewing.
He really wants to fuck with Max so bad, but like, you know, he likes it when he likes questions, so let him ask questions to you, stuff like that. Tell him things he doesn't want to know. He loves that shit.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Hey. What's my persuasion at? Oh, come on, load up.
It's a long flight, and you're seated next to a talkative stranger.
And Karsha's being the kid that's kicking your seat.
18 for a dirty 20.
He looks back to Karsha. He's like, well, you know, some people do enjoy random bits of trivia, but I don't want to exhaust myself before we get to the ruins. There is going to be a long couple days worth of study involved, so I probably will keep to myself during the trip.
Max is just staring dead-eyed forward. Just thinking happy thoughts.
All right,
Just
and
grinning right behind him, going,
while you are thinking happy thoughts, what pace are you taking this cart?
And it's the big fucking shark grin too. I mean, we're pretty close, aren't we?
You're given where you're at now, you're about a day's travel away.
Oh, fuck me running. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna tear ass. I'm gonna try and get this.
Give me the vehicle handling at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. All right. Fucking yeah. All right. Disadvantage. So it's the lower one is a 22.
Damn.
It's at a +8.
Give me percentiles.
All right.
You can roll those twice and give me the lowest number.
The lowest. Okay, got it. 31.
So you get about there on the map, just about halfway. And it's probably the distraction of just Verventrix sitting next to you and just annoying you that you don't fully pay attention to it. But Verventrix just yells, "Watch out!" causing you to like instinctively just pull the reins of the horses to stop them. Everybody in the back kind of gets jostled and everything like that. One of the horses kind of skids and stumbles a little bit as you hear like a gear kind of pop off the horse.
Son of a bitch.
And as you stop about 5 feet in front of you, you see like this moving patch of corrupted earth, sort of just like going back and forth along the path that you are on, not making any further movement towards the horses, kind of just like as if the 5 feet between them is sort of a barrier.
All right, so what is this?
That is one of the an effects of a corrupted coalesced mana crystal.
Right.
Nasty booger, best not to step on it. Probably best if we head out on foot from here on.
All right. About what time of day is it?
By the time you get here, it's about noon.
Well,
Let
let me
let
make
hope
sure the horses are okay, and then we'll find a way to secure them.
Max, if you could get that gear back in place, I can cast mending on it to get it to repair faster. That way there's less risk of it popping back out later.
Yeah, sure thing.
Trust
And-
Max's expertise to get in the right spot before
And
I
it's
cast mending.
it's easy enough for him to pop it back on and you to cast mending.
It's far easier to mend something that's mechanical than one of the more fleshy bits. That requires healing.
It's through. All right. So let's.
Do I know from working at the church and everything that can we just bash these mechanical horses somewhere, or do they need to roam around and feed and everything else?
They don't necessarily need to roam around and feed. You can pretty much leave it here and they'll be fine.
Okay.
Ventrix, it's like, one moment, and he reaches into his bag and he pulls out like very stereotypical magician's top hat. Reaches in, he pulls a rabbit out.
God
He,
damn it.
Oh, you
Flat-
got snakes.
he flattens it and puts it back in. He's like,
What are you doing with the rabbit?
a demonstration.
I don't think that's necessary for the rabbit to die for this.
It's very much not necessary, but that's him.
Well, if you don't want the bunny to perish, and he kind of just sets the bunny down. What I was going to say is that little corrupted earth right there that's moving, it's drawn to living creatures and is a carnivore.
Is there any way to stop it?
I haven't found a way aside from distracting it with other meats. Hence the rabbit. I mean, we can...
Damage? Can we... I'd rather get rid of it completely if we can.
I've attempted to shoot
Can
it.
it be...
I've attempted to shoot it and to blow it up, but while it's underground like that, it's technically fully armored.
don't have... I don't think my lesser restorations power... My restoration powers are strong enough to purify something like that. Let me see what else I have.
Is there a way to stop it from, if we can get it to come out of the ground?
You cut out like most of that sentence.
Sorry, said if we can get it to come out of the ground, is again?
You cut out at the same point again.
Yeah. All we get is if it can come out of the ground. What's the rest of it?
Can we get it to go back in? Can we stop it from going back in?
All of my attempts have failed, but I can't say that is impossible. Though, once it's feasted, it tends to be a little bit more dormant for a couple hours. Again, hence the rabbit. If it makes you feel any better, it's not a real rabbit.
It looks like a real rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
But not a living being?
Technically, it's living, but it's not a natural being.
Oh my god.
She just looks very confused. Living being.
It's more a golem, if you want to think of it.
And it's made of meat?
Yes.
I still don't see how that's not a life.
Is
It's a lot. It's given false life through magic.
oh, good. It's a
So it should
very
just be
circuitous.
live or die based on our own whims.
That is the purpose of a golem.
Asha just looks annoyed. She doesn't like this answer.
I mean, if you are uncomfortable, I can stow the bunny golem back into its compartment, and we can figure out another way past this earth.
I'll just feed the dirt the rabbit and let's move on with our lives.
Are all of you okay with this?
I mean, if it's not a real rabbit and it's just a meat golem, I guess there's no real life being lost.
In my opinion, it was given life by the moment you gave it new life.
Asha, if it makes you uncomfortable, I will not feed it to the earth.
No, it's fine. If that's the only way past, we can feed it to the earth.
It's not the only way past. We can attempt to sneak by.
We could feed it an elf. I'm sorry. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, well, the intrusive thoughts. Just
So he kind of just shakes his head. He's like, unfortunately, we are fresh out of elves.
oh, yeah. No, none of those around.
I don't think I have anything that I can use to purify this patch of earth. Not high enough levels yet.
So am I throwing the bunny?
Yeah, just throw the bunny.
And he just picks it up and he just like hucks the rabbit golem probably about like 15 feet away. And as soon as it hits, the patch of corrupted earth gives out just like this ear-splitting screech and races towards where the rabbit landed. And you see the earth open up and just like this collection of what just looked to be like spindly arms and hands just like reach out from underneath the earth, grab the creature and pull it back in.
The Vashta Narada.
Fucking Sarlacc. What the fuck?
And that should make it dormant for about 2.5, 3 hours.
All
should
right,
probably
then.
Get moving then, yeah.
Yep. Max goes.
I suppose if we encounter another one of those, we could always try feeding it my arm.
Fendrix looks over at you. She's like, no, Sylvia, you don't sacrifice limbs, to do that. If anything, I'll just create another rabbit golem.
Oh no, not one of these arms. I have another arm. We keep it in a cold bag.
No,
It was
don't worry.
removed. We cut it off so I could put a new one on.
No, Sylvia,
Oh.
don't sacrifice your arm. We've got plenty of spare limbs running around with us.
God damn! The open hostility. Fuck.
Right?
He kind of is like, your group is rather alarming if you're collecting limbs. Well, I mean, I have the rabbit golems and you have spare limbs as distractions. I guess we are in a vast supply of distractions.
I mean, if you consider it, I do work in a medical profession. Removing of limbs is not unusual.
And I mean,
Look at distraction.
like, they're not using them.
Better than creating a life to just to sacrifice it.
And if it makes you feel any better, it's not really a life. It doesn't have any beating organs or anything of that sort. It's just an enchanted meat sack.
Certainly know some people like that. Now, As far as
I
that's
mean-
concerned, I mean, worst case scenario, we've got spare meat, and we've probably got like some string laying around. It'll basically do the same thing.
You know, I'd like to think that my sense of what is a life has at least done some good. So I look directly at Ventrix, because that's what saved him from the damn giant.
So you are correct in your terminology of what is a life. I can't argue with that.
I hate this guy. I hate him so much.
I love that he's pissing
It's
you
okay.
off. And
When he makes
great.
enough of us angry, there's always, here, have some more tea. I did not just lace it with the sleepy time tea.
Where's dice to cast fireball?
You all begin to like move forward towards the ruins as you can see the ruined walls of this once promising city, now corrupted, covered in black decay and mold. As you get closer, about 15 feet away from the wall itself, the ground is completely pitch black. Off. Sorry, go ahead.
To say, as we approach that point, Asha just probably says a small prayer for those who lost their lives here and asking for guidance for the group as we enter this dangerous place.
And as you begin to ask for the guidance into this dangerous place, off to the side of the wall, not the wall, but the gate to enter into the city, cracked, broken, and thrown into a million pieces, you do notice that there is a, I guess you could call it semi-preserved body, sort of leaning against one of the pillars. Looks like it's recently been torn apart by something. As you stand there, you look at it, kind of marveling in the state of preservation this body is in. A low hum begins to vibrate through the area. And like almost from the center of the city, there's just like this thoom, as this like wave of like rust orange energy sort of just like emanates right up to that border where the grass goes from alive to just corrupted black. And as it does that, you see the body, the tears on the body sort of slowly stitch up as it slowly gets back up to its feet.
So question.
And it begins to walk back into the city.
Oh, well then, speaking of meat golems.
Did it look like still dead, like it turned undead, or is it more of a...
It's definitely not living.
Okay.
Just from the state of its clothes and the look of its skin, even though it's preserved, it's well preserved. Definitely tell this
body.
is like some sort of undead wandering about.
Like
Verventrix
shambling, or is it like moving like a clockwork function?
walking as if it were a normal human being. Like seemingly having its motor functions about it. Verventrix like quickly takes a knee and begins to like write down hastily what he just saw.
My
Well,
eyes are lit up because that's beautiful as fuck.
while
we might want to
he's
time how often this comes out.
What'd you say,
we'll
Spiffy?
let the add that to your notes. I'm going to prepare, and I'm going to summon and oil up my scimitars.
Okay.
choosing fire today.
Good old fire.
Good
Fire
old
kinda day?
fire. That's a fire kind of day.
If it's okay with the group, I was just kind of suggesting that we wait outside this blackened line for another thwoom to come through, just so we can see how often it strikes.
I'm fine with that.
Makes sense.
I know it's not written on the map. What was the name of this place again?
Oh, I have it in my notes. If Rojan doesn't.
I'm gonna check to see if I have it. I need to pull up my Google Doc.
That's what I'm doing right now.
The ruins of Caviar.
That's just backstory. No, just to find the name.
The
of city.
salty sea of the desert.
I don't have it written down in my Google Doc.
I know I have it in my Google Doc somewhere. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Valanche. Valanche?
Valanche.
Avalanche. Valanche. Valanche.
Valanche.
I'll throw it like avalanche without the A,
Got it.
Cilantro.
but I'll throw it in the Destiny Forge.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's him. John Balatro.
It's Jason Bourne. I mean, John Cilantro.
So you stand there for a bit of time, and that theme doesn't happen again. And it gets to the points where you need to question if you are going to make camp for the night, or if you are going to venture into the city at night.
There's a wall around the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
In places.
Is there enough room that we could, I don't know, maybe draw 6 doors on the wall?
Yeah. It just
Get hot.
requires you to cross that border onto the corrupted land.
Ah, tits.
No one says anything. I'm going to move forward.
And then we also have the troubles of we're leaving our doorknobs out there with Reventrix.
I'm leaving my bag. I'm not leaving my doorknob with Ventrix.
No, I'm saying if we choose to draw our doors and use our doorknob to go in, we then close the door, and those doorknobs are sticking out.
We could kill him.
Yeah, we'll just knock him out and leave him sleeping out there. That will backfire on us.
Then we might as well kill him.
Yeah, but then our hands aren't dirty, okay?
As like you guys are like talking about this, he's not even
kidding,
paying
I'm
attention. As like he's like pulled out a little box. As you can see, he starts like putting together like a strange looking mechanical crossbow.
Okay.
Well, guys, I'm not sure if it's going to do that again, or if it's a once-a-day thing, or if it's less periodic, but...
Did anyone notice that there were any other undead around? Maybe
All we saw was
Dude.
just that.
maybe
There's
it's
been reports of undead wandering around.
According to my notes, I haven't necessarily seen the wave itself, but upon previous observations of the area, I have heard a Thuum every now and then. The last time I timed it at about every 6 hours.
Okay.
This is not inside my sphere of expertise. Do you think they are actual undead or like a weird meat puppet thing like the rabbit?
I mean, I'd have to encounter one to know for sure, but I have spells that specifically work on undead. I could always give those a try.
And if
Only
that
Kylus wasn't in a coma.
and if that doesn't work, I could attempt to perform a autopsy on them.
Rojan, don't unfreeze your camera. It's perfect like this.
It is.
I'm like, yep, that's the default Rojan.
May I watch the autopsy when you do that?
The I hate fun look.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to an autopsy on a few of them, but mostly I just want to make sure they get laid to rest. They've been through enough. Maybe one of them joined this city expedition in order to start a new life, and here they are. Like this.
No, it's definitely a tragedy. No one deserves this.
Did I recognize the body of the person who was standing at the gate? Is it someone I knew?
Give me a history check.
I realized I should have asked that earlier, but
Probably.
I was a little distracted by the Fumi.
I was also gonna say, like, did the body that shambled off, did it look like a commoner or like a city guard?
Well, that's what she's rolling for.
Very
right
hard to tell from like the garb that it was wearing because it's been shredded and lost the time.
I think
16.
that's more what I was looking at.
now.
I should be able to tell you here so she gets her answer.
Mm.
So the individual that's got up and walked back into the city was technically somebody who was slated to be a member of the city guard if the city was founded as the way it should be. A human man by the name of Richard Palmer.
His name was Richard Palmer. His name was Richard Palmer.
God damn it.
You knew that was coming. The moment you named him.
Wait, the drink?
Arnold Palmer.
Arda Parma.
Oh, sorry, wrong drink.
Yeah.
Richard Palmer and
is
his
this-
5 friends.
The way what I could see of where he was walking and everything, is that
Okay.
indicative of a guard patrol that would have been practiced at the time, or is it more of a just random direction that he walked in?
It just looked like he walked into the city.
Okay.
I mean, there's only a gate. You can't see other than that.
Well, if we're going to do an autopsy, at least we'd like to find someone I don't know first.
Wait, you knew that guy?
Yes, I did. He was to be one of the guards when the city settled.
Dude, I'm sorry. Do you want me to kill him for you?
No. No, I'll ensure his spirit passes on myself. It's the least I could do.
So we've seen what happens when that pulse of whatever that was hits a body that is no longer living. Do we know what happens if it hits a living person?
More concerningly,
As far as
Do
I
we-
know... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, do we know what would happen if it hits a living body carrying roughly 500 souls?
Well, that is concerning. I also wonder if... It's
Shepard,
concerning. Yes. You see a Rajal randomly go, yes.
you asked us to keep an eye out for undead the other day.
Yes.
We would like to report that we have identified undead and trapped souls.
We've, unfortunately approached a city that has been through a tragedy and many inside died.
We can help the souls. The undead, on the other hand, are unfortunately lost to us.
I would like to do what I can to ensure the souls are no longer trapped here. Just as I wish for you guys to no longer be trapped here.
Were they claimed?
Some of them are possible. But I think if the gods could have done something, they would have done it by now. Been a year or so. Almost 2. I mean...
We will do what we can.
There are many good people here.
We sense these souls are moving around the city,
They are.
congregating in a building. Though there seem to be no undead around the building.
Are the undead congregating anywhere?
The undead are roaming without intent. Though I must warn you, there is an undead of great power in there.
That is concerning.
It is near the center of the city.
Interesting. And are the trap souls near the center as well, or are they off somewhere else?
The souls are near the gate.
I'd like to see if we can free them so that those that are claimed can return to where they need to be first, but if push comes to shove, I just don't want to leave them here.
As this is going on, Sylvia, can you get wisdom save?
Oh god.
You sure can.
What the fuck is haunting Sylvia?
I think we're about
Who?
to find out.
Oh god, no!
Agree.
You,
Agree
did you
and
use one of
antif-
your own dice?
That was a 2 for a total of 9.
Okay. You feel a little bit of a chill go up your spine for a moment. That's about it. Sort of, it kind of feels like that feeling you got when you were back in Augur, when I first had you roll the wisdom save. Just that unease about you.
And she definitely notices that feeling, but I think she probably passes it off as just a byproduct of being on the doorstep of a ruined haunted city.
I know, she's about to lay an egg.
Oh god.
Where do you think we got the eggs for breakfast?
Hate this. Hate.
Love
Hate.
Big ostrich eggs.
The collective has sensed a large undead power, of great power, in the middle of the city.
Oh.
My bet is it's taken up residence near the damaged and or broken crystal.
Hmm. Is there a way to purify the corrupted crystal so it can't use the power anymore?
I can try. I mean, I can try.
Did Church give you anything in our supplies?
Not specifically, but I have a few ideas of how it could be managed.
I too have a few going theories on how we can purify, or if anything, stop the mana crystal for continually corrupting this land.
Depending on if we decide to go in or not right now, or if we decide to make camp, maybe we can discuss this. Good to run some ideas off each other.
Do you think it's more dangerous to go in there at night, or do you think it's just as dangerous during the day as it is during the night?
I don't know. They don't seem like normal undead.
Or look around the group, try and guesstimate how people have dark vision, and be like, I think it might be better during the day when everyone can see a little better. Having visibility on your enemies is a lot better.
Agreed. Asha, did the church give you and your friends any means to protect yourself from the corruption?
Yes, we have some potions that they gave us.
Potions? The church and their potions.
They are experimental, so we were trying to hold off as long as possible before we use them.
He kind of just like pinches his nose. He's like, experimental. They're sending you in with experimental goods, hoping it's just gonna work. This is why you do not. This is why you do not send you. This is why you do not send the church in to do a scientist's job. He reaches. He like sits down. He
All glare.
pulls out like a box out of a bag of holding. Opens it up. 6 of you, okay. And he stands up and he hands each of you like a small sliver of an orange coalesced mana crystal.
It's not gonna explode, is it?
Oh, no. The orange crystals bring life.
They heal.
This-
That's why we use them in the cities.
This sliver should protect you from any of the minor effects of the corruption that we are about to walk into. That way, if the potions that you have do not work, you're at least you have a backup. I hate to see all of you
hold on to it the whole time.
Just keep it on your person somewhere. As long as it's on your physical person, it should be fine. Pockets, a belt pouch.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the energy wave that woke up our guard friend over here, wasn't that also orange?
Yes, but more of a water with rust in it orange.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's corrupted. It's most likely coming from the corrupted mana crystal from the city itself.
Right,
Or
how
a
do we
piece of
know?
it.
How do we know that this won't just corrupt these crystals?
That I've tested. It was a while ago, but I was able to traverse a little bit into the previously corrupted land. As Asha would attest to, the corruption has sort of receded a bit and has now been deemed safe by their church to explore.
It has. Kylas and I have come out here many times to check on the corruption to see how far into the city we could get. It's never this close. But the Asha's going to do something a little strange. She's actually going to hold up that little orange crystal shard near the collective to see if it has any reaction to them.
What are you doing?
As you kind of like put it close to it, and it doesn't really do anything to it.
Okay. So given that, she'll attach it to her, she has a lot of ornamental things up on her chest plate, and so she'll attach it there.
You were just
paradots.
You were just holding it close to it, right? You weren't touching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't touching it. I was holding it close just
All right.
to see if it reacted or if anything happened.
Nope. No negative effects or anything.
Yeah. She wanted to make sure it wasn't going to suddenly get sucked inside of it or something. So yeah. She'll probably pop out one of the gemstones she has up on there and replace it with that.
Okay.
So are we going in, or are we going to try and make camp out here? Don't know if we actually want to make camp inside at all. Sleeping overnight in a corrupted city seems unsafe.
About what time of day is it?
By the time you get up to this barrier, and it's probably like around 6
In the evening?
in the evening. And Verventrix looks to the rest of you and is like, if we are planning on camping for the night, I would suggest making our way back towards your cart so that we don't run afoul of any living corrupted patches out here? I don't know about you, but I don't want to be food for sod.
Not yet, anyway. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and head back to the cart, and you can make
Damn.
another rabbit puppet for when we set out in the morning.
She'll winces when you say that. Before we leave, Asha will take a few steps into where the gate is and stick her hand on the stone, just kind of as a, like someone would with a memorial type of thing. She'll give it a pat. And...
So, as you step into like the corrupted area, the hair on the back of your neck stands up as you hear just a chorus of screeches scream out from the city. And then as the screams start like toning down, they become less feral and they begin to scream your name. And that is where we're stopping for this week.
Oh my god!
Cool and good.
No, I don't feel uncomfy at all.
Good touch shit.
All I want to do is go pat the side of the gate, the stonework. All I want to do is pat the stonework. She's a little emotional, okay?
I mean, I think she has the right to be a little emotional.
A little bit.
She's fine.
A little bit.
Oh, so before we leave, and Zoro, you're going to need to do this before next week. Let's go ahead and level up.
Level up.
Yay.
We leveled up.
You leveled up.
Yeah.
Oh, the fifth level up.
Technically the 6th level.
6.
Oh, we're now 6th.
Yeah, you
We
guys
were
were
at
level
5th.
5.
So, you've been running level 4 for like a while now?
No,
No, I had 5. I have
Okay.
5 listed on my character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so technically you would be level 6. Yes.
Okie dokie.
Hold on.
Don't be concerned that you reached a milestone before you walked into a city.
Yeah, it's not like the game saving right for a boss fight. Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Autosave kicks in. All of a sudden, Latin starts playing.
I mean,
Oh god,
Screeches
it's a
of
savage
Souls,
raid.
Latin, it's all the same thing.
A giant ass life bar goes across the screen.
The fucking Ornstein and Smo music starts playing.
Did we roll hit points and just not get them?
No.
Yet, or...
No?
No.
Oh, so I roll hit points. Okay. Just making sure. I was very confused. All right. Well.
So, yeah, you walk into town and it says, "Welcome to Blighttown."
I'll quit. I'll just walk away.
Max says, I'm out.
Max uninstalls.
I'm uninstalling from life.
All right. Yep. So let's do HP here for those.
I'm like this close with the fucking Urza that's following us right now.
Man, he didn't do anything wrong.
He's a
don't
perfectly nice guy if he
Bullshit.
passes his insight check.
absolutely fucking.
That's the only thing that saved him from getting sleepy time tea
If you want
right
to
away.
blame someone, Spiffy, blame Yawgmoth.
I mean, both can be it. Both can be to blame.
I
Yes.
rolled a 5 for my HP, so that's 9. So
I take it you're taking another level in Monk.
monk all the way, baby. Monk
Nice.
bullshit, 100%.
Oh, that was a 1. I get to reroll that.
Yep. Fox, what'd you get?
I rolled a 7, which gives me an additional 11. So my max is now 65.
Nice.
I'm at 64.
Broods.
I rolled 8, which leads up to 12, and my max HP is now 69.
Nice.
Nice.
Gilly.
I too rolled a 7 for a total of 10, so my max HP goes to 57.
Very nice. And Spiffy.
I rolled an 8, which is 11, bringing me to a new total of 71.
Very nice. Since this is level 6, if there are any changes to your character that need to be added on top of your HP, make sure to send that to Zoro before, I would say before next week.
And make sure to at Zoro when you
yeah,
put in the
I will
the HP in this.
I will
chat.
I will also at Zoro to let Zoro know that y'all leveled up, so Zoro can level up the paladin. But
Ooh.
yeah, for now, that is going to do it for us. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up tomorrow on Tuesday will be another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tiltbot. Coming up on Thursday, we will have another episode and the return of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition mod Mass Effect game run by Zoro. Coming up here on Saturday, we've got one of the back-to-back days. Starting at noon Pacific time, we've got Withered Wastes, which is a 5th edition game that I run. And then later on in the evening, around 8 p.m. Pacific time, we are going to have another episode and return of Vigilant 6, which is our superhero game that I run. And then we'll come back here next week on Monday for another episode of Destiny Forged. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you later.